Good morning. Excuse me. Get on in here. What are we going to talk about today? Well, I can see some comments. I think Patty and Liz will be here in a second. Let me get comfy in my chair and get my cattywampus shirt straightened out. Some of you think when I wear my purple my denim shirt with the flag on it, that I'm wearing the same thing every day. That's my sweater. That's sort of like my house sweater. It's just we keep our house pretty cool. That's probably why neither one of us are ever sick, because we keep our temperature way down, like 65 in our house. So having a little extra layer is good for me. And tomorrow's my haircut day, so I got hair sticking out everywhere. There's my brother-in-law. Anyway, so folks, it's Tuesday. Now let's talk about a little planning. Maybe let's call it pre-planning. Anything you can do today that's going to set things up to make it easier for next week and the rest of this week is going to make it fun. And you're going to have more time in your day. Even though there's only 24 hours in each day, we can still utilize our time to our advantage. So yesterday today we're supposed to get some bad weather coming in. Cold weather. And yeah, my hair's fine because I got ducktails sticking out right here. So yesterday, Robert went to the grocery store and he got us a whole chicken. Now, what do you do with whole chicken? You can roast it or you can stick it in a pot and boil it. Well, I stuck it in a pot and boiled it. And then after it got done, I set it out to cool so I could take it all off the bone and put the carcass back in the pot to continue cooking. And I mean, I cooked it all night long. And I did something last night that I've never done before. I took a toothpick and I put it on low, the stove on as low as it could go. And I took a toothpick and inserted it where the lid would sit down on the rim of the pan. So it had a little escape for steam, but it wouldn't boil dry. And it cooked all night and didn't make spewing noises all over my stove. Didn't make spewing stuff all over my stove. But Robert also bought me some of the most beautiful beef bones you have ever seen. Ever seen. I mean, big hunkin' beef bones with lots of marrow on the inside. And I stuck those in the crock pot. It was 4 packages of them. I had some leftover veggies. I just threw everything, pieces of onion with the skin still on them, just everything. I am making the best bone broth you have ever seen. And I just love this stuff. So what I do with it is I reduce it down after it cooks and I strain it and get everything out of it. I put it in a big pan and I reduce it down by half. Then I pour it in ice cube trays and I freeze it. So I have like a 1-inch square ice cube that I can put into a thing of boiling water and I can have instant bone broth. And it's nothing better on a winter afternoon than to have a cup of bone broth instead of a cup of tea. And it's good for my bones because it's leached out all the good stuff out of the bones. And I'm going to cook it for 3 days. So, my eye's itching. Sorry about that. I think it's because my hair's too long. Anyway, so my kitchen smells wonderful. We're going to have meatloaf tonight for dinner. I've got leftover corn. But I've also got all this chicken I took off the bone. All this wonderful chicken that I took off the bone. And I got to figure out something to do with that on Wednesday. So I might have like chicken enchiladas or something. It's always fun. I don't have to worry about what I'm cooking because I got stuff in the refrigerator ready to go. And it's just really, it makes it good not having to go anywhere. But the bone broth, you just get these big old bones from the butcher and put it in a bag, put it in your crock pot, and you just I had some leftover roasted vegetables that I threw in there. I took the potatoes out. I didn't want potatoes in my bone broth. And it was Brussels sprouts and carrots and onions. And then I had a piece of an onion I threw in there. It is really good. Corn is not really on a low carb diet. It's just, it's a starch. It's sort of like eating a potato. Chicken pot pie I fixed last week. So I don't think I want any more chicken pot, but chicken tetrazzini, that sounds good. That sounds real good. So we're expecting some really cold weather. And Robert's he just sent me a text message before I got on here live. He said, don't build a fire yet. Our fire grate that we set the wood on has gotten hot over the years, and Justin's been trying to find us one, and he couldn't find us one. Well, Robert found one at Habitat for Humanity today. It's nothing like running in Habitat to see what they got, and he found us a fire grate, and I am so happy, so happy. Oh, chili does sound good. Yes, corn and potatoes impact blood sugar, and rice too. Any white vegetable has a lot of, and you know, people are saying you need to eat a lot of beets. Well, beets are pure sugar. They make sugar out of beets. So don't do that. So anything you can do this week can make next week better. It can make next week easier. So think about sitting down and planning your menus for next week. It takes 5 minutes. Chicken and dumplings we did last night. Robert made me this cute maple rolling pin that has just the right thickness I like flat dumplings. So I make my dumplings out of 2 cups of whole milk and 4 cups of plain flour and stir it up. Pour it out on a sheet of wax paper and roll it out, and then cut it up with a pizza cutter, and then take a spatula and dump it into boiling chicken broth. And it did well. So we had corn last night and chicken and dumplings. And as Daniel would say at Cracker Barrel, that's Tammy's son, he would say, I would like chicken and dumplings with a side of dumplings. So we like our chicken and dumplings. Dirty rice sounds good. Dirty rice has sausage in it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Pardon me. Anyway, planning a little bit today, cleaning out your refrigerator tomorrow and seeing what you got to cook, or it's going to go bad. These things make our lives easier. Having a basic weekly plan to your menus is fun too. Like Monday chicken, Tuesday hamburger, or Wednesday surprise chicken, Thursday soup and sandwiches. Do you see? You have a little basic weekly plan to your menus. Friday pizza. And homemade pizzas are easy to make. Bobby Flay has a great recipe for pizza dough that's just a piece of cake to make. I mean, it's just nothing to make. And you can make your own pizza dough. If you're low carb in it, you can make a cauliflower pizza dough. My daughter-in-law does that all the time. But if don't want to eat the carbs, then just eat the top off the pizza. You still get the Italian flavor and you don't have to eat the bread. Y'all, talking about menus this time in the morning. Hey, Justin just logged on here. Robert found a grate for the fireplace at Habitat. He'll be happy because he's been looking everywhere. He has been looking everywhere. So, I mean, you can find a dirty rice recipe online. All you got to do is look for dirty rice. And preferably get something from somebody from New Orleans because they know how to make it. But you can take leftovers. I know people don't like to eat leftovers, and you can make a pot of soup out of leftovers. You can take the beef broth, or you can take gravy from a meal you've cooked, and that can be the base and add a can of crushed tomatoes to it, and some mixed vegetables, and toss things in your crock pot and cook it, and it makes a great cold weather meal. You can take a beef roast and turn that into stew. I did that last week. So you see, planning for leftovers really saves you a lot of money. Saves you a whole lot of money. Well, when you let your kids help you in the kitchen, you're going to be surprised at how well they like to eat. Now, Leanne always told this story of her son Peter, who is he's 25 now, I guess, 25, and because he was 8 years old when I met him in 2001. So yeah, somewhere around in there. He wouldn't eat salad. He hated salad. And what she did was she got those little carving tools you get. You probably got them in your Halloween storage for carving pumpkins. And she gave him a little carving thing to cut up carrots and things and put him in charge of making the salad. Imagine that, putting a kid in charge of making the salad. And at dinner, he passed the salad around and he asked people if they wanted seconds. How wonderful is that? Getting your children involved in the planning and the preparation and the cleanup. Cleanup's not hard if you start with that sink full of hot soapy water, and nothing kids like more than to play in water. Anyway, I thought of something I wanted to tell you about menu planning. What was that? Oh well, it'll come to me. But get your kids involved. Get them up to your countertop. And if your kitchen is clean, it makes it so easy to get them in there helping you. And you're going to have children that know how to cook. My daughter-in-law is so thankful that her husband, my son, knows how to cook. He loves to cook. He adores cooking. And they work well together. He even likes to do laundry. So folks, teach your children how to do these things. You will have a daughter-in-law one day or a son-in-law one day that will be thankful for what you've taught your children. But getting them involved and not being a perfectionist is going to help you teach them. That's a great idea. Having his own knife set, that's good. I'm particular about my knives. Really particular about my knives. And my husband takes good care of our knives. So everybody, do a little bit today, planning on what you're going to eat the rest of the week, what you're going to eat this weekend. Look in your pantry and see what meals you can cook. Look in your freezer and eat out of your freezer. Take care of some stuff that's maybe getting freezer burned. Let's cook it. Let's cook it up. And when we put things back in the freezer, let's make sure we wrap them up with freezer paper and do a good job because today I'm going to make 2 meatloaves. I'm going to make one for dinner and then I'm going to put another one wrapped up in wax paper and freezer paper and put it in the freezer and label it really well with the date and what's in it. And then that way, in a couple of weeks, I can have meatloaf again, or I can put it on my calendar, mark it on your calendar. Folks, you better get your calendar because we're running out. We are running out. Justin, get me an inventory on how many calendars are left, because y'all are going to be sad when we run out of these calendars, because we won't have them again until June. So y'all have a good day. We have 2 big sales going on. Well, we really have 3. We have, let me get this. The carpet sweeper, $21.95. You're never going to see it that low again. This thing takes care of the dog hair. I'm telling you. It is so good at taking care of the dog hair. Then we have our dishcloths. 3 of them. I only have 2 here because the other one's in the kitchen. Dishcloths. They're half price, $5.97. We have the multi-wand, which we've had on sale for a long time, but we may be discontinuing these. $7.97. You've never had it this low. It's half price, so get it now. You can put it on the end of your mop handle, the Fly Lady mop handle, and you take this little part off right here, and it screws right in. And you can reach high places. It's a good thing. And thank you to everybody who's been putting a review for my new book, The Chaos Cure. If you've read the book and you haven't made a review yet, please go do that, because I try to highlight a new review each day. And you've posted so many wonderful reviews. Just keep them coming. And get the book if you hadn't gotten it. And we got a great testimony in about purple rags. Let me tell you where I'll use my purple rag. It's not on sale or anything, because we probably won't have a sale on these again until probably next fall. But the thing about the purple rag, if you don't have one, you don't know what you're missing. This will do windows. It'll do doors. I keep one in my bathtub. I use it as a washcloth. I use one in my kitchen sink to wipe down. When I'm cooking, I wipe down the counters and the cabinets. And this thing works wonders. It has even gotten crayon off the walls. Oh, that reminds me. This will get crayon off the walls too, the Rubber Scrubber. And it's on a BOGO right now. You love BOGOs. So our tools keep you motivated, and they get things done. And you've had tools that don't work. You know what I'm talking about. So y'all have a good day. And plan a little bit for next week. Because even if you just go into your closet and put together 3 or 4 outfits, put them all on a hanger and label them with a note card over the hook that says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's one less thing you have to think about getting dressed in the morning. The kids can do this too. When you do your laundry, you can put together a few outfits. And it's a great way to not have to be rushed in the morning, because you already know what you're going to wear. It's a beautiful thing. So just a little planning today is going to make all the next week run smoother, and you won't even realize that it is until you do it. And you're not even going to know why you're so much calmer next week or at the end of this week. So sit down with a cup of something warm and wonderful, bone broth, a cup of tea, and you're going to see a big difference in the stress you have, because you've gotten some things done. Not just thought about, but when you do the laundry, put together a whole outfit. Uh, when you cook a meal, plan for 2 meals ahead. You can do it. I'm not going to get out my cheerleading pom-poms. They're right behind me. Well, y'all have a good day. Menu planning is going to save you a lot of money if you just do it. And it's not hard. You never have to miss a video, because every day when I do a video, I post it on our Fly Lady homepage. There is a Fly Lady Live just below. Just scroll down a little bit and you'll see Fly Lady Live. I put it right there. And then I will download it from Facebook, and then I will upload it to YouTube. So you can always see my video. Even if you miss it, it's there. Sometimes I don't put my soapbox ones up, but because I'm kind of fussing a little bit. But they're always there, and you can find them. Don't think you have to just catch them live, because I've always wanted Fly Lady to be perpetual, and by golly, it is now. I've been doing these live videos, for about 9 months now? Almost one every day. Scott Adams taught me how I look forward to his videos, and I thought, well, if I look forward to his, maybe I need to do them for my ladies. And there, I just started doing them. And I don't feel right if I miss a day. Y'all have become part of my routine. So, have some fun. Get some stuff done. Because actions speak louder than words. That's all I got to tell you. Actions speak louder than words. Because, you can say I love you 10 times a day, but if you don't have a meal on the table and you don't have clean clothes in the drawers, nothing says I love you like a pair of clean underwear. Nothing says I love you like cookies on a counter when they get home from school. And it's easy. I think I'll make Robert a peach cobbler today. So y'all have some fun. Get some stuff done, because that's going to show your family how much you really care. I love you all. I will talk to you tomorrow.